Finally, the time has come after waiting so damn long. And no, I'm not talking about me pushing out this review. I'm talking about them finally showing Uryu Ishida's father, Ryuken. It's been years since we've seen this motivator, but of course, it was during a flashback, and only for one page. What's going on, everybody? It's me, Captain Vibes. Today's real live action. You already know what it is. Here to bring you my thoughts and review of Bleach chapter 659, titled There Will Be Frost. Now, I know last chapter I said Bleach chapter, what'd I say? 685. But it was really Bleach 658. I think that's what it was. I'm about to confuse myself all over again. But props to everyone politely correcting me in the comment section below. But yeah, Bleach chapter 659 this time. Let's do it. Now, of course, again, I think just for the sake to please fans or to make him feel relevant in this war, we still see Toshiro trying to actually face off against Sternritter M, the Miracle. I mean, I don't get it. Now, let me know down below. If any of you have been keeping up with the recent popularity polls in Bleach, you know, the character polls, because I know in Japan for a long time, Toshiro Hitsugaya, he was like #1 for a long time. I don't know if he still is #1. If so, I guess, hey, you gotta cater to the fans to some degree. But here in America, I really don't know who's #1. But anyway, he goes Bunkai, Daigreen Harimaru, he goes Bunkai. It looks cool and sweet, of course, still with him in the new getup. But no, it's just, I do not see this happening. So by me reading this, I'm thinking, okay, he's going to get taken out, and then someone else is going to jump in. Because we see all the people Sternritter M has taken out, including the ones who's had extensive training with the Royal Guard. He took them out. So I do not expect Toshiro Hitsugaya to defeat this guy. I just do not. And of course we see Momo with Shinji, her captain, over her shoulder looking up. Now, I don't know if she's going to try to help to throw in some type of new Keto, because we know she's very good at Keto. She can put Shinji down, put some type of protective Keto barrier around him or heal him real quick, and then go to attend Toshiro. So, but that's not the hype part of the chapter to me. The hype part of the chapter when it went to my boy Hashwalth and he went to confront Uryu. That, I was just loving it, because it was really showing. To me, it felt like the story was moving on, just a little bit more. But the thing is, Uryu, we got to see a flashback of him. To be honest, I never thought we would see any more flashback of Uryu Ishida. Now, when there's a character that I like, I do like Uryu, I don't mind flashbacks. But this one was just random and awkward as hell. I mean, we see him as a little kid, he's peeking in, and he see his father cutting up on his mother, Kanagiri. Now, my thing is, why was he doing that? Especially when he says she's, mother has been dead for a while now. What was the purpose of this autopsy? Because when I was looking at this, I got this Yuri type of vibe. I don't know if he was trying to understand why she died, or trying to just do, who knows what he was trying to do. And then, of course, it cuts to a flashback with Ichigo and Uryu. They were talking during, I guess, lunch break or before or after school, and they were sitting up on the roof discussing and talking, and Ichigo was wondering why Uryu isn't part of some special gifted school, for youngsters. And he thought, with your father being a doctor, I thought, you would want to be a doctor too. Or Uryu stated no, he decided he didn't want to become a doctor anymore. But we see the reason why is because he's seen his father cutting up on his mother, and he figured if becoming a doctor means cutting up on your beloved ones, then he doesn't want to be a doctor. And then it's just, a lot of the things I read in Bleach, I always vision, especially the fights, I vision it animated, in the anime version, the voices and everything. So it just tripped me out when Uryu, he's just like, and that is why I decided that I would never become a doctor. I mean, it just seemed like the way that was, the way it was placed in made it seem like it was some type of revelation that we've been wondering for years. Like, man, why don't Uryu become a doctor? Why will he become a doctor? And then he just finally gave us the answer as to why he didn't want to become a doctor, because he would have to cut up on his beloved ones. But see, last time I checked, there's different type of doctors. But whatever. Whatever is shonen, is manga, whatever. I'm not even going to go into it that deep. But this is the thing. Now, when he is confronted by Hashwalth, you see Hashwalth coming down the stairs. Of course, he's questioning Uryu because he reminded Uryu, look, when His Majesty is asleep, we switch powers. I can see into the future. And of course, Hashwalth, he's worried with what he's seen in the future. I honestly think he's seen that, okay, now that I'm switching power places with Juha, I now can see that Uryu, he's a traitor. So now I'm going to test him. And that's what he did. He wanted to see if he was going to call bullcrap. But I think it was just going to be irrelevant either way. It's like, I guess he wanted to do it for fun or kicks, or to see if Uryu was more of a liar than what he already is. Because you see someone doing something on camera, you see somebody stealing. You got the evidence right there, but yet you still want to see if they're going to say, like, hey man, did you take that box of Twix? Just to probably see, you know, how they're going to be. But of course, he presented Uryu these square pieces. He claimed they were from the Sternritter glove, you know, that he had during the Soul Society arc. And he noticed that Uryu was placing him all about the war wheel. And of course, Uryu was saying, hey, you got it all wrong. And besides, when he also told Uryu, hey, I can see into the future, you know, and I'm worried about what I'm seeing. He said, oh, are you implying that I'm a traitor? And then he was saying, oh, I never said nothing like that. You're the one who said it. So it's kind of like Uryu told on himself, even though Hashwalth already seen the future of what's going to happen. So it's like, excuse me, I know this is my blinds. But he tests Uryu. He takes out his spirit weapon, that the big ass claymore that he has, and he goes on to attack Uryu. And of course, he tells Hashwalth to wait. He's like, you got it all wrong. Well, we all know Uryu, he's not fully turned. You know, I don't even think he's slightly turned. He's just doing this for the sake of revenge, or to get close to as many Quincy's as he can and to destroy them all. But when we see the big crash and slash from the building, we see Uryu dash out. And of course, he is confronted by Ichigo. That really threw me off. Because I don't know why from the last chapter when when Orihime, you know, healed up Chad and Ichigo, and they went to make their way on through the war web, I'm thinking like, okay, who knows where they're going to go. I already gave my analysis and thoughts on where they probably are going to go. I didn't think they were going to get there where they are that fast. And where is Orihime and Chad? Maybe they're right behind Ichigo, who knows. But they seem shocked to see each other. And I think at this point, at this timing point of the chapter, I mean of these events, speaking of which, that was the end of the chapter. I honestly think Hashwalth, he's probably going to tell Uryu, okay, if you're not a traitor, strike him down. Kill him where he stands. This is someone you used to fight alongside. He's not a Quincy. Yes, he has Quincy powers, but he's not a Quincy. Take him down. Take down your other two friends too, Chad and Orihime. That will prove your loyalty to the Quincy. Maybe he will say that. Or maybe Ichigo and Uryu would team up against Hashwalth. I would love that. I will either, whoever fights, I would love it. Hashwalth, Uryu, I love it. Ichigo and Hashwalth round 2, I would love it. Ichigo and Uryu versus Hashwalth, I would love it. Or just Hashwalth versus Ichigo, I would love it. I would love all the fights. But overall, the chapter, it was an enjoyable read. I didn't care too much for the first part, seeing Toshiro face off against Star Knight M, because I know the outcome. And I swear to grits, if he defeats Star Knight M, it's going to piss the captain off. I swear it could, because it's not going to make any sense at all. None at all. I don't care. I know there are some Toshiro fans out there, but I do not care. But I love Bleach, but there is a chance some bullcrap like this could happen, because the biggest load of crap ever in any Bleach death or victory or whatever is the Hisagi and Tosen. I don't care. I do not care. That's one of my biggest gripes. Tosen was one of my favorite characters. I just have to bring this up real quick. Yes, I get it. People say, well, damn, Ace, I mean, he did stick the Zanpakuto right through his neck, you know, his head, and he released the Shikai and the blade came out. I get that. But a battle between, the Bleach characters is a battle between spiritual pressures. The weakest gets pushed back. You have a captain level character who gained hollow powers through a fully charged Hokyoku. And he was a visor in his resurrection form. There is no way a lieutenant could ever defeat. And it's not like he had hollow powers. Hisagi is just a regular ass lieutenant. At that time, he didn't even train to have Bunkai. So I call bull on that. So if that was able to happen in Bleach, who knows? Maybe he's gonna freeze the heart of the Soul King. But this whole Hashwalth switching powers with the Juha thing. Let's not forget, Uryu, he drank the blood of Juha as well. So with Hashwalth having the powers of Juha while he's sleeping, I mean, is Uryu gonna say, hey, wait a minute, I got the script of A as well. I'm his successor because I survived the holy resurrection. You know, I survived that, and you have his powers now. I drunk his blood and I have A. So are we gonna see Uryu show powers of his majesty? It's gonna be like Star Knight A versus Star Knight A. Who knows? But Ichigo, I hope this time he goes Bunkai. I hope Hashwalth makes a reference to Ichigo's. I hope he comments on Ichigo's new look, or that he can sense some type of powerful change, or if he makes a comment how he cut down his Zanpakuto, his Bunkai, even though this is the old, you know, Bunkai when he first became Bunkai. But yeah, that's one thing about Bleach. Give me your thoughts, comments, and concerns. Is Toshiro still that damn popular? Do you think he's gonna win? Who you think is gonna square off against Hashwalth? And what the hell is Ryukin doing right now? And Ishii. This is me, Captain Visor Ace. See y'all next time. Signing out.